Another autoimmune disease is colitis ulcerosa.
Yes.
Or ulcerative
Colitis.
colitis.
Yeah.
And it's also with a lot of pain and cramps, more in the lower part. And there are ulcers and inside of the intestines, of the colon.
Many ulcers.
Yes.
Yeah.
And usually it starts in the rectum and goes upwards. It can also go into the small intestines. And very painful, and with can have a lot of blood and mucus with the stool. People can't gain weight. They lose also vitamins and things like this. So they're in a bad situation. And often there are operations done to put out a part of the colon and to put away the inflammatory, but it's not really helping because it's not the cause.
And it comes back again in other part of the colon.
Yes. What are you doing in Ayurveda?
Yeah, basically ulcerative colitis I have seen on thousands and thousands of people treated at Ayushakti, that it definitely helps them a lot. In the beginning, most people are on a heavy steroid medications to control the symptoms of diarrhea, bleeding, etc. Sometimes the symptoms are controlled, sometimes even with that they are not controlled. When they start the home remedy, diet, herbs and some panchakarma, over a period of 3 to 5 years, slowly these ulcers are getting healed. I have personally seen on hundreds of people's colonoscopy that in the beginning they had 60 to 80 ulcers in colonoscopy, and then after 3 to 5 years in the colonoscopy there was no ulcer or sometimes just one ulcer, and then after sometimes I stopped the treatment and they don't get any colitis symptoms for 10-15 years. So that's what is possible through Ayurveda. Let me give you a real story of one girl in UK, 15 years of age, and I'm treating this girl for more than 3 years now. She was taking heavy doses of steroid base up to 60 to 80 milligrams.
Oh my God.
It was very huge, large dose. And also different tablets that normally doctors give. So I started the diet and herbs and home remedy as well, along with the treatment of the doctor, because you can't stop the doctor's treatment.
No, not at all.
And then slowly when the inflammation went down, the ulcers started reducing. Every year she went into the hospital and the doctors first year completely stopped the steroid medication, and then the second year other medications were completely stopped, and now it's 3 years and they did colonoscopy and practically the ulcers are completely gone. There is no redness at all. The hospital was very impressed. The doctors were very impressed and they said, whatever you are doing, please continue. So that's what is possible. I have seen using Ayurveda for ulcerative colitis. And are there any home remedies, special diet and panchakarma as well, what you want to explain? Absolutely. First of all, as you know, in any inflammatory process, with the ulcers and redness, it is connected with lots of heat in the body. This is also autoimmune situation, and at the same time ama situation, because there is mucus also coming out, blood is coming out. So we have to stop all the sour, fermented and spicy food, because they create high heat, pitta. Along with that, it's important to stop wheat, milk products and everything which has a little bit of gluten.
Yes.
That itself controls the problem. Coffee, tea, aerated drink, heavy fibrous meat, these are also the triggers. It should be stopped.
Yeah.
Raw food and raw fruits should be completely stopped. And along with that, lots of cooked vegetables, particularly pumpkin and squashes,
Yes.
like zucchini, paddy pan, red pumpkin, marrow, English marrow. All of these are squashes and pumpkins which can be eaten with fantastic results it can give if you keep taking them every day.
Yeah.
From the Indian vegetable point of view, the round gourd, bitter gourd, rich gourd, different kinds of gourd. In Hindi we call it lauki, turai, padwar, karela. So these are the vegetables which are really good. If you have to take root vegetables, it should be really fully cooked, otherwise they can produce trouble.
Yes.
It's important that you eat always cooked vegetables, as you know.
Yes.
Rice is good, and yellow moong dal is really safe. Fantastic, you can take it every day as source of the protein. Fish and chicken occasionally if taken it doesn't create problem, but heavy meat is very dangerous and can create problems.
Yes.
So along with this diet, which as I told you should be continued for at least 3 to 5 years continuously, one should do this home remedy. In the past, I used to do lots of TV program, and I shared this particular home remedy on the TV, and people in USA, they followed it, some of them, and they wrote back to me after 2 years that we are surprised that only by following the diet and home remedies, our symptoms are really controlled remarkably. And this simple home remedy has really yogurt. So take 3 tablespoons of fresh yogurt, not the supermarket, but if you make it by yourself, it's better. So fresh yogurt, 3 tablespoons. Add in that a teaspoon of cumin seed powder, a teaspoon of coriander seed powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of dry ginger powder, and little bit of salt. Mix it together and take this yogurt at least 1 to 2 times a day. So this is one. Then the second home remedy, which is very, very effective, it is connected with pomegranate. Pomegranate is a fruit. So take the fruit and juice it very well. Freshly juiced pomegranate juice, half a glass at least once a day, and if possible 2 times a day. This, if taken regularly, it reduces inflammation. You can also add 1 teaspoon of turmeric in this pomegranate, because turmeric is balancing autoimmune situation very well. So this to be done continuously over a period of 3 to 5 years will help a lot. Besides that, of course, as you know, when in Ayushakti we make pulse readings. So generally I advise people to come and see a local practitioner who is practicing Ayushakti like you are practicing, or many others are practicing, and make a personalized herb plan. But basically the herbs that we give are really Ampachak, Dairomukti, which contains a good amount of Holarhena antidysentrica, eagle, mamlus, fruits, and many other herbs combination, which is inflammatory. It stops diarrhea and bleeding as well. It is also antacid natural, so it reduces acidity and ulcer, heals it over a period of time. And ulcerative colitis, panchakarma is little bit tricky, because you cannot do harsh and heavy panchakarma treatment. What we do is we give a very, very specialized enema made with the herbs, oils and gruth, pure ghee, cooked with the herbs. This enema is focused only on healing the ulcers locally.
Okay.
So it's it is a very, very powerful, because when you do 2 or 3 times per week this small enema.
Yeah.
It doesn't cause any diarrhea, but because it has a healing herbs, the ulcers are healed very fast.
Yes.
And I have seen with people who does this regularly, their time of healing the ulcers becomes almost half.
Okay.
So what you see with the herbs diet and home remedies in 3 years, with the specific detox plan, you see that change in 1.5 years in the colonoscopy.
Yes.
That's what I have seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.